What's up YouTube? This is my NP231 transfer case. Today we're going to be changing the input shaft speed sensor. This would also be the sensor that gives information to your speedometer. So if your speedometer is acting up, either replace this sensor or check for dirt or make sure the sensor is not unplugged somehow. So I'm going to zoom in here so everyone can see it better. There we go. So you're going to grab your 13mm socket, and I have a 1/4" ratchet here. So you're going to loosen this bolt, and this bolt won't be very tight. And also, before I start, if anyone's wondering where exactly this sensor is, you zoom out. This would be facing the rear of your vehicle. So the rear drive shaft would connect into this. So if you're looking at the rear drive shaft, you're under the car, this is where the sensor would be. And this obviously facing the front. So let me go back in here. All right, so we're gonna take this bolt out, and this bolt should not be very tight at all. And make sure you don't lose, there's a washer on the bolt. Set that somewhere safe. And there's gonna be this collar. This collar will come right off. Go. Right, and then actually I'm going to put this bolt in this collar so I don't lose it. And then before you take this sensor out, it's a great idea to make sure there's not a lot of dirt around the sensor. You don't want anything falling into the transfer case that may cause some issues. So there's still dirt caked all over this thing because I'm not going to be using this transfer case anymore. But just assume all the dirt is cleaned off. Okay, here we go. So then you just wiggle the sensor back and forth, and then it's going to come out just like that. So and then let's pretend this is a new one. This would be clean. There'd obviously be no dirt right here. Rub all that off. So you would want to make sure that this O-ring is seated, obviously, and very cleaned up. You can actually, never mind. Actually, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So to put this back in, all you're going to do is make sure all of this is cleaned up, of course, and you're just going to slide this back in. Give it a little wiggle. And then that's in, that is in. Actually, it may not be in. Nope, there we go. You may feel it kind of drop in, like that gear will kind of align. So there we go. That's set in. And then with this collar, so there's actually going to be 2 notches. Actually, you know what? I'll pull it out just to show you guys. There's actually going to be, let it focus here. There's going to be 2 notches. There's a notch right here, notch right here. Of course, it's dirty. That's where this collar is going to set into. So then you know which direction this goes in at. So put it back in, wiggle it. Go just like that, and then this collar right here, it's focused. Okay, collar right here, set it in there just like that, and then we're going to hand thread this bolt in first, of course. There we go. Just like that. And then I'm going to tighten this down. And I'm not sure what the torque spec is on this. I know there's a torque spec on every bolt, just about. And something like this. I'm not sure where the torque spec is. I just would tighten it just enough to get this collar, pretty much enough pressure to get this, enough pressure on the collar to keep this in, pretty much. So when you're done, just plug the plug it back in. That's all. Thanks for watching, and the next video that I have is going to be how to replace the 4-wheel drive indicator switch. So